We're back.
Back in action once again.
We are. And we've got Erik Dobell in the house.
Hello. Yes, hello. Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much for being here, Erik.
Yeah, well, thank you for not having me arrested when I arrived.
That was good. That was good, yeah.
It's always a surprise.
He's wearing a mask. He's, incognito.
Taking safety precautions.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I've got my mask in my car.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of places out there that are saying, we need to wear masks. And,
Yep. Yeah.
I mean,
how has this affected your career?
Business?
Yeah, your business.
Well, we've been shut down.
Yeah, right. 100%, like everybody else.
So the effect has been pretty severe.
Right. Fair enough. I understand.
Yeah, I mean, we did shut down, so we haven't been doing shows for however long this has been.
Now, where can people find your shows at?
Yes, you can find out more information. So we are at the Gatlinburg Space Needle.
Okay.
Iris Theater's at the Gatlinburg Space Needle, right in the heart of downtown Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And you can learn more information by going to iristheater.com. Or if you don't remember that, just type in Impossibilities Show or Impossibilities Magic Show or Impossibilities Gatlinburg. We'll pop up. We're on all the websites.
Got you. Killer.
Yeah.
How'd you kind of get into magic? What was your driver back in the day?
Well, I actually, when I was a kid, my driver was I wanted to grow up and be a professional wrestler. Then I was
a professional wrestler.
I wanted to be a professional wrestler.
That's the second one on the show, man.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Did you happen to see my my snippet with the micro wrestlers of Pigeon Forge where they threw me in the ring and body slammed me and then one of them jumped off the top rope and smashed me?
No, but I'm going to find it now.
Oh, it's great. It's epic. They smashed me.
That's a dream come true.
It was.
I've never been in a wrestling ring, and it's a dream of mine to be in one
Let's
someday.
make that happen.
Would
you get in the ring with seven?
I should go talk to him.
Seven
about
little
that.
people.
I would.
Yeah.
You did.
One of the highlights of my life. Really, seriously. It was
Yeah.
great. It was epic.
That sounds awesome.
Great.
But yeah, I wanted to be a wrestler. I hit about I was about 20 or 21 years old, and you probably can't tell at home, but I'm about 5'5", and there are no 5'5" wrestlers. And when I realized I wasn't going to get taller, I decided I needed to do something else. I started to become interested in theater, local theater, community theater. And then I got into magic by chance.
Yeah.
I was a little older. A lot of people, magicians, they tell you they get into magic. It's always the same story. They saw a magician when they were a kid. They fell in love with magic. They grow up. They become magicians.
Right.
I was about 21 or 22, and I was at a mall in Ithaca, New York. I'd never seen magic before except for on TV. And magic on TV is great, but it's one of those things you really want to see live.
Yeah, you can't really taste it or feel it.
Yeah, it's really like a live art, a live experience. So there was this guy, he was just selling simple tricks from a kiosk. He did some tricks, and I just never seen anything like this before. So I bought a book. I bought a trick deck of cards, a little book. It was like 102 tricks with whatever the cards were. And I went home, and I just fell in love with it. I started performing for people almost right away.
So that was 21.
About 21 or 22.
And then opening a show.
Yes. That was about almost 20 years later.
Really?
Man.
Well, I was doing, when I was in college, I was doing bars and restaurants. Throughout the years, I've done colleges and libraries. This show started with my business partner, my wife. So I was doing we were living in North Carolina. I wasn't booking a lot of work at the time. And we decided that we wanted to just try something new. So she signed up to be a teacher in South Korea. And we were both going to go to Korea. And as soon as the ink dried, I got a deal to do a TV show here in the States.
Nice.
Like a real deal TV show. I shot a week for the pilot, went to Korea, saw her, came back to shoot the rest of the pilot. And as soon as I arrived, I found out that the show was canceled. As is often the case with that kind of stuff.
You love TV, yeah.
So I was broke and stuck in a country without my wife. And then my business partner calls me up on the phone. I think he smelled my desperation. But he calls me up on the phone and he's like, "You want to start a show?"
Oh my gosh.
Right.
And that's how this all started. Yeah, we toured the show for about 2 years in North Carolina. Did pretty well with it. We just did a lot of the black box theaters. And then we ended up in Gatlinburg because I actually I was going back and forth to Korea. I came back one time. I heard there was a Mentalist show at the Gatlinburg Space Needle.
A
So I
Mentalist?
called for tickets. Yeah, a Mentalist show.
Is that like a...
It's like Well, yeah, we can talk about that a little bit. But Mentalist is it's similar to a magician, but instead of making like a coin vanish or sawing a woman in half, you do things that are normally associated with psychic
Gotcha.
abilities, like mind reading, clairvoyance, things of that nature.
Gotcha.
And this guy was doing a show at the Space Needle. I called for tickets, and the guy on the phone's like, "We don't have that show anymore." And I went, "Oh." And the next thing I know, me and my business partner are, we're working in Gatlinburg.
How cool.
Fantastic.
What a great story. So it's kind of like,
When did you start Gatlinburg? I mean, like, how long you been doing it up here?
2016. We are open
So,
March
4 years?
17th, I think it was, of 2016.
So you are going into your 5th year.
Going into our 5th
Yeah, I've
year.
never even heard of.
We were going to do a celebration.
Well, next March. will
Yeah,
be
next
5 year, right?
March. I guess next March we'll be doing the celebrations. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. I love these kind of stories because, 21 years old, starts doing magic. Like you said, most magicians start when they're
Young.
real little.
Yeah.
You're still young, 21. That's still pretty young.
Yeah, but not as young as most magicians.
That's true.
Yeah.
But then now, here, 20 years later, you got your own show in Gatlinburg.
Yeah.
That is so
really
cool.
cool.
I love it.
You couldn't have told me this 20 years ago.
Folks, you can do
Right.
anything you want to if you put your mind to it and you work hard enough to obtain it. That's the absolute truth.
And it's never too late. That's the other thing. A lot of people
Yeah.
will want to learn to do something, but they don't because they think they're too old and they can. And there's all this science and stuff about learning stuff young, and there might be some merit to that, but you want to do something, just do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
that's-
for it.
That's the thing.
It's kind of like how this happened up here.
Yeah, pretty much.
You showed up one day and said, "Dude, I think I like doing that." I said,
Correct.
"Dude, you should be on.
Come on.
Let's do it."
Yeah, this was an experience for me. I mean, I've never really been in front of cameras constantly. you know.
Yeah.
I have a production company in Knoxville, and I book and manage artists nationwide and everything else. And it's, I never thought in a million years I'd be sitting next to Jim Johnson co-hosting the Entertainment and the Smokey Show.
It's wild.
And we've
wild.
had multiple
crazy.
artists come on here constantly, and everything else. Actually, we had an artist up here that said he wanted to be a wrestler as well.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
funny.
He's like, my
Was he
dream
about
was,
my age? Because I think we grew up in the heyday. with,
right? He's Brandon Folsom. He's from Cumberland Gap area.
Okay.
But check him out. He's a great artist.
Yeah.
Well, I grew up in the '80s. 70s and '80s.
Yeah.
I
Hulk
guess-
Hogan, Rowdy Piper,
Yep.
Yeah, he's in that
Jimmy
age group.
Superfly Snooker.
Yeah, he's in
Those
that
guys.
age group too. So
Jumping off that cage.
Who was your favorite
Yeah.
wrestler growing up, kids? Who was your favorite wrestler?
right.
Who's the Macho Man?
Oh God! You Macho Man. That was
That's what I
good.
do in the mirror. every
You
day.
sounded great. That was great. Do it again.
I do that a lot. Yeah, it drives my wife crazy.
That was awesome. The Macho Man.
What's for dinner? But dinner.
Don't make me jump off the counter. Body slam you. That's fun.
Unbelievable.
Body slamming people.
No, like if you're saying that to your wife, "Don't make me body slam you," and then she slams you later.
Yeah.
Gives you noogies.
Nuggies.
And noogies are probably what. Yeah, well, I was talking about getting bullied in school earlier. That's probably what happened to my hair, actually.
Oh God. Yeah.
Nuggies.
Maybe.
It probably wasn't the hat.
Yeah. Right. I like the hat. The hat keeps me confined.
Yeah, should I not have mentioned that? Was it a
It's no big
secret?
deal. No, it's all good.
Yeah, that's a wig attached to his hat.
No, it's not. He takes that hat off, man.
It's
He's
a-
got hair for days.
Voluptuous.
Yes.
make it happen.
All over the place.
Well, folks, you got a question for Eric? You want to know what's going on up at the theater? We'd love to hear
Yeah.
from you. Give us
Yeah.
some chat with us here. We got a lot of
Ask
viewers
away.
going on right now. We'd like to have some questions.
I will let you know, yes, I know how David Blaine levitates. No, I can't tell you. Any other questions are fine.
Well, that's different when a lot of magicians don't want to let the little secrets go on how they do things.
Oh, no.
Which I get it. I do. You remember that show? Oh, ow!
We got a
Ricky
question?
Pizzulo's in the house. Oh, Rick, I love you, man. My guy. That's my buddy back in Knoxville, Tennessee. I told him watch the show today. I said I want to give him a shout out. He said, "Hey, James Bruno," and I don't know what the heck he's saying there. The best ever. He's like one of those guys that he
Types
says,
funny.
he types funny and talks funny. Rick, I love you, but he says I got to go to the toilet. For toilet.
What?
I got to go to the toilet. I'm like, what? Wait, what?
Where's he from?
He's from Boston.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's why. Anyway, love you, Ricky. And we got We got
What have you been?
Tyler
So what have you been
Neal.
doing since you can't do your shows? How have you been surviving out here in this crazy world?
Well, I'm a little lucky. I had some money saved up, so I can't complain. You know, I know there's a lot of people that are in really bad shape right now. I'm not one of those people. I can't do this much longer, of course.
Right.
But I'm pretty lucky with when it happened to us. I've been spending my time, honestly, working on the show. I'm working on new tricks for the show and how to set the show up for a social distancing, just to make sure people feel safe while they're watching it.
Right.
So that's taking up a lot of time. I watched Breaking Bad for the first time.
That's a great
Lord.
show. Great show.
Yeah, I know you're supposed to say this, but best show ever?
One of.
I really think so, yeah.
One of out
Really?
there for sure.
But that's basically I've been spending my time just working and kind of, doing what other people are doing. We're watching Netflix.
Watching Netflix.
You're watching Breaking Bad. I'm watching Young Sheldon.
Yeah.
Young Sheldon.
Oh, that's the best show ever. God, I love that show.
I have to
I've not
watch
seen
it.
Breaking Bad yet, though.
You
should
gotta
watch it.
Yeah, everybody
That's a
says
great
I
show.
need to watch it. I mean, there's something exciting about a teacher who turns into a meth dealer.
Makes a lot of money, I guess.
Everybody loves it.
It's a crazy
That or Game
story.
of Thrones. I've never watched Game of Thrones either.
You're a video guy. How have you not watched Game of Thrones?
I just
No interest?
because I'm a video guy.
No interest in it?
You know, I mean, I'm always working. I'm always doing something.
Should watch it.
Anyway, Erik is going to show us a magic trick when we come back. He talked about social distancing.
Yes.
So he has figured out how to do magic close-up with people and follow the guidelines of social distancing.
At least I hope so.
I think you're going to do a good job. We're looking forward to that. We're going to
Fantastic.
show you that magic trick when we come back. We've got to set up. I think it's time for us to go to a commercial break. Hannah, can I get a thumbs up? Oh, there's a thumbs up because I think we went a little over. That's kind of normal for.
us.
We
I
in
get
commercial right
talking
now?
and I can't shut up.
We're talkers.
I'm horrible. Anyway, we'll be right back with the commercial.